Hello, good day. So for today, we're going to discuss another topic with reference to beam deflection. So yung topic na yon is virtual work method for beams. Okay? So before we start, so let's review what is the concept behind work. So sabi dito class, in physics, work is the energy transferred to or from an object by the application of force along a displacement. In its simplest form, for a constant force aligned with the direction of motion, the work is equals to the product of the force strength and the distance it travels. No? So ano daw po ibig sabihin? How do we define work in terms of mathematical equation? So for example, we have a block here that has a mass of m. Ngayon, kapag tinulak ko tong block na to, considering it does have a friction, no? So kapag tinulak ko to in the form of a force called F, so since meron siyang friction, ina-assume natin, mag-i-stop po siya at certain point, no? So yung work na kino-compute natin dito or yung work na kino-consider natin is the force that I applied multiplied by the displacement, provided that yung displacement na kino-consider natin is along the direction of a force. Okay? So usually ang unit ng work is in Newton millimeter or sometimes called joules, no? So para po siyang moment, Newton millimeter din or kilonewton meter. Okay? Ulitin natin, ang concept ng work is force multiplied by displacement. Okay? So ngayon, paano natin gagamitin yung concept na yan in getting the value for the slope and deflection? So ito yon. So virtual work method is developed by John Bernoulli in 1717. It is also called as unit load method. So by the way, class, yung virtual work method is not only applicable for beams, ginagamit din po siya sa frames and trusses. So sabi din dito, class, it provides a general means of obtaining the displacement and slope at specific point on a structure, be it a beam, frame, or truss. Just like I said earlier, ginagamit po siya. So kaya siya tinawag na unit load method is because you need to incorporate one unit load or one unit point load or one unit moment. It depends on what is the what you are asked to get, no? For example, you want to get the displacement, 1 unit load yon. Kapag slope, 1 unit moment, no? So kaya siya tinawag na unit load method. It revolves around the concept na dapat daw yung external work must be equivalent to the internal work. So what's the difference between external work tsaka internal work? So when we say external work, nag-apply ka ng external force and then nag-displace, kagaya nito, kinompute mo yung work. So force times displacement lang naman yon. Ano naman yung internal work? So internal work po, yung internal stress or internal movement na nangyayari sa iyong object when you apply force, no? So paano yon? So I have here the formula for the deflection and slope for virtual work method. So paano natin gagamitin tong formula na to? So by the way, before we start, let's derive this formula. So paano ba yan? So to derive this formula, let's consider a beam, no? Kunyari may beam tayo. So yan po yung beam natin. Sabihin natin simply supported na lang. This is a pin. And then this is a roller. So of course, kapag sinubject natin to, kaya nga tinawag na unit load, no? Kapag nag-apply tayo ng 1 unit load dyan, the beam will deflect. Siguro parang paganto. Yan yung elastic curve niya. The deflection here, tawagin siguro nating delta. Okay? So ngayon, paano natin mako-compute yung external work? Kasi itong concept lang yung gagamitin natin eh. Yung external work natin, class, is force multiplied by the displacement, provided that yung displacement is along the direction of the force. So paano yun? So yung external work natin, manggagaling sa 1 multiplied by delta. Yung 1 magsisilbing force, yung delta magsisilbing displacement or yung deflection mo, no? So ngayon, paano natin i-equate yan sa ating internal work? So yung internal work natin, if you'll remember, class, no, kapag dinerive natin yung formula ng dx, parang ganito, no? If you'll remember this part ng sector, kapag nag-deflect yung beam, no? So meron tayong part ng sector nung diniderive natin yung dx sa double integration method. So this is dx, right? So ngayon, yung angle na napoprovide dito, this is d theta. Ngayon, class, yung ano kasi natin, yung sector natin ng circle o yung bending shape ng beam, if you have a load, for example, meron kang load dyan, no? Ganito kasi magiging moment diagram niyan. So, angat ka dito, bababa, ganyan, ganyan. So, ibig sabihin, every part of the beam aside from the support will be subjected to moment. So, kapag subjected to moment yan, ibig sabihin pala, merong internal moment na nangyayari sa beam natin because of the 1 unit loading that we incorporated in our beam. So, therefore, yan yung magsisilbing internal work natin. So, paano yun? So, again, the external work is 1 multiplied by delta. The internal work will be M or the internal moment multiplied by d theta. Yung d theta po ay magsisilbing displacement. Yung moment po ay magsisilbing force. Remember, parang pwede natin silang i-equal. It's because d theta doesn't have any unit kasi naka-radian po siya. And then yung moment natin, alam naman natin kilonewton meter yan or newton millimeter. Okay? So pag equate na natin yung dalawa, so ibig sabihin pala, 1 multiplied by delta is equivalent to m d theta. If you'll remember, based on our derivation, d theta is equivalent to m over ei multiplied by dx. So we can substitute that here. So ano mangyayari? So magiging 1 multiplied by delta or the displacement is equivalent to m, small m, big M over ei multiplied by dx. Sorry. Small m, big M, ei multiplied by dx. Now, to get rid of the derivative, of course, you need to integrate the right side, no? So, kapag in-integrate natin yan, may limits. O sabihin na natin from 0 to L. Ito. No? So, therefore, our equation will become 1 multiplied by delta. By the way, we're talking about different moment at different segments of the beam. So, kadalasan nilalagyan yan ng summation. So, mamaya explain ko kung bakit lalagyan ng summation, no? So, that is the integral of m, small m, big M over ei multiplied by dx from 0 to L. So, yan yung nakikita nyong formula dito na na-derive. Okay? It comes from the internal work and the external work. Okay? So, like I said, we have multiple moment equations, so we need to incorporate summation here. So, ngayon, what's the difference between small m tsaka small m theta? Ngayon, kasi pag small m theta, you don't need to incorporate 1 unit concentrated loading. Ang i-incorporate mo instead of this one is 1 unit moment. So, it depends. Mamaya, sabihin natin yung sign convention. But, if m theta ang hinahanap or slope ang hinahanap natin, instead of concentrated load, you need to apply moment. Okay? So, now, let's discuss the different variables here. So, yung 1 daw class is the external virtual unit load acting on the beam or frame in the direction of delta. M is the internal moment in the beam or frame expressed as a function of x and caused by external virtual unit load. So, galing daw sa unit load yung small m. And then delta is the external displacement of the point caused by real loads acting on the beam or frame. And then m is the internal moment in the beam or frame expressed as a function of x caused by real load. So, that's the difference between the two, no? Yung small m po is based on the 1 unit loading na in-apply mo. Yung big M kasi natin, class, is based on the real loads. O mamaya, meron tayong virtual beam tsaka real beam. I-explain natin yan mamaya. Pero there's no difference between the support condition unlike conjugate beam method, no? In virtual work method, magkakaroon ka lang ng virtual beam na nilalagyan mo ng 1 unit loading. Okay? And then E is the modulus of elasticity of the material. I is the moment of inertia computed about the neutral axis. Okay? So, that's the different variables, no? So, ngayon, bakit ko sinabing kailangan siyang lagyan ng summation? So, ganito po kasi yun. For example, you want to get the value for the deflection at point A. So, therefore, you need to incorporate 1 unit load at point A. And then, you need to create a moment equation in each segment. O, pag meron kang kinukuha dyan, for example, it does have a loading. So, in different loading, kailangan mo makapag-create ng moment equation. And then, after you create small m based on 1 unit loading, you will create big M based on the real loading. After that, gagawin mo, ipa-plug in mo dito sa formula, and then you will get the value for the slope or deflection. Ganon din naman sa slope, no? Sa slope, you need to incorporate 1 unit moment. And then get the small m, and then big M, and then plug in it in the formula, you will get the answer for the slope. Now, if you have multiple loadings, you need to break up the analysis. So, ibig sabihin, each segment of the beam, kung kailan nagpapalit ng loading, kailan nagpapalit ng cross-section, you need to create a moment equation. So if you have a multiple values of x or multiple equation, of course, you need to incorporate the summation. I-add mo lang sila lahat. Okay? Basta remember, all of the segments of the beam must be scanned using integration. Kasi nga, may limit yung integration natin from 0 to L. Okay? So ngayon, what is our sign convention? So our sign convention will be based on the sign convention presented in your figure. So ito, kabisado na natin yan. Kapag kinat natin, kinonsider natin yung left side, the direction of the shear is downward, direction of the moment is counterclockwise. Kapag right side naman, upward yung shear, clockwise naman yung moment. But that doesn't define the direction of the deflection as well as the slope. Ano magdi-define po? Yung assumption mo. So sabi dito, class, when the resulting answer is negative, it means that the assumed 1 unit loading coupled direction is incorrect. So what does that mean? For example, nag-solve tayo ng deflection, in-assume natin na pababa yung deflection. Remember, class, yung work natin is force multiplied by the displacement. Yung displacement should be along the direction of the force. So ngayon, kapag negative yung nakuha natin, ibig sabihin, hindi po along the direction of the force yung deflection. Ibig sabihin, upward yung deflection natin instead of downward. If you got an answer of negative, considering downward 1 unit load. Ganun din naman sa moment, no? Or sa slope. Kapag nag-incorporate ka ng counterclockwise and then the resulting answer is negative, it means that the real rotation of the beam is clockwise. No? So, doon po nagbe-base yung sign convention natin. Don't worry, we do have an example for that. So, just stay tuned. No? So, ngayon, para hindi tayo magkalituhan for our quiz or assessment, so kukopyahin na lang natin yung sign convention for the double integration method, which is kapag slope, positive, counterclockwise, negative slope, clockwise, positive direct deflection, upward, negative deflection, downward. Okay? So after that, based on the concept, since meron na tayong alam, let's try to solve problem number 1. Okay, so this is our problem number 1. So sabi dito, class, calculate the following for the given beam. Assume EI is constant. So we need to find the value for theta A, theta B, theta C, and deflection C. If you notice, no, we already solved this using double integration method, conjugate beam method, and area moment method. But doon sa mga question na yon, pinapahanap sa atin yung maximum deflection. But for this one, hindi. It's because, again, ang sabi dito, mas maganda siyang gamitin based on the concept if you have a specific point on the structure. Ibig sabihin, predefined yung point na kinukuhanan mo ng slope and deflection. And if you are going to find the value for the maximum deflection, you don't know the point. You need to calculate the point first kasi, just like what we did on our previous example, kailangan mo kuhanin kung saan ba nag-occur yung maximum deflection. From A to C ba? From C to B ba? Yung mga ganong bagay. Ngayon, you can do that here. But remember, class, pag ginamit natin yon dito, mano-manong integration tayo. And that can be time-consuming, no? So that's why I do not suggest using virtual work method if you're getting the value for undefined location ng deflection or slope. So mas maganda pag predefined siya, just like this one, yung mga unknowns natin dito, no? Okay? So ngayon, ang sabi sa atin, ito yung formula, right? Balikan kang natin yung formula. So, yan daw yung formula, no? So, M, small m, big M over EI dx. Tas naka-summation. Ngayon, kasi kailangan natin ng small m and big M. Remember, yung small m natin is based on the 1 unit load for wheel for beam. And then yung big M is based on the real beam. So, paano yan? Ganito po yan, class, no? Kailangan each segment of the beam or all of the segment of the beam must be scanned. And dapat may sarili kang moment equation in different parts of the beam. So, paano yan? So, for example, we're going to solve this one. So, na-solve na natin yung reaction nito, I think. The reaction for this one is 36, if I'm not mistaken, no? 36 kilonewton. So, this one is 24 kilonewton. Okay? So, what do we do next? We need to cut. So, cut natin. Kasi we need to create moment equation as a function of x, eh. Ayan, kinat natin. So, this is x. Tawagin natin tong big M1. Okay? O, this is x. Kung yan ay x, at kung ito ay M1, ito ay x sub 1. Tawagin naman natin tong x sub 2. Ito ay big M2. Okay? So now, how do we solve this problem? So, una muna, create tayo moment equation M1, opposite direction, positive, same direction, negative. So, yung M1 natin class is equivalent to positive 36 x sub 1. Tapos yung M2 natin is equivalent to 24 x sub 2. Okay? So, now what's the next step? You need to create a virtual beam. So, paano yun? So, syempre, hinahanap natin ay theta or slope. We need to create a virtual beam with a 1 unit couple applied on point A. No? So, yan. Gawa tayo. So, sabihin natin, ito ay for letter A. For letter A, ang binahanap is theta A. Okay? So, lagay lang natin, hindi katulad ng conjugate beam, no? Same pa rin yung support condition natin dito. Okay? So, this is letter C. So, this is A prime, C prime, and B prime. We need to find the value for the slope at point A. So, alam na natin based on double integration method and other methods that the slope at point A is a clockwise motion, no? So, lagyan natin clockwise 1 unit loading. Yung unit niyan class is kilonewton meter ha. Mamaya explain natin. Pero sa ngayon, hindi ko muna susulat para hindi magulo. Okay? So, 1 unit couple yan. So, ngayon, what's next here? So, we need to create a moment equation just like what we did on the real beam. So, paano yan? E di cut mo. Kung paano mo kinat yung real beam mo, ganun mo din dapat i-cut yung virtual beam, no? Lagyan natin ng prime to designate the virtual beam. So, ito class is x sub 1 din. Pinagkaiba nito, ito ay small m1. Ito naman, x sub 2, small m2. Okay? So, we need to find the value of m1 and m2. Remember, we need to find first, before we could get the value for this one, no? We need to find first the value for the reaction. Ngayon, if the movement of our beam, o yung movement ng beam natin class pa clockwise, no? So, dapat, yung reaction natin, ang movement, pa counterclockwise, in a form of a couple. Ano ba yung couple? Same direction, opposite in direction, same in magnitude. Ulitin ko. Opposite in direction, same in magnitude, so therefore, this should be downward. Tapos, this should be upward. Okay? Para mag-move siya ng paganon. Para ma-counteract niya to maintain equilibrium, no? So, but how do we determine the value of RA prime and RB prime? Actually, madali lang yan. We already solved that using conjugate beam method. So, paano yan? So, yung moment, i-divide mo lang ng distance between the support. So, therefore, this is RA prime is equivalent to RB prime is equivalent to yung moment natin, divide mo sa distance between the support. By the way, this is 4 meters. And then this is 6 meters. So, therefore, this is 10. So, yung RA prime natin and RB prime natin is equivalent to 0.1. Okay? So, ngayon, ito pala ay 0.1. Ito pala ay 0.1. Okay? So, now what's next? We need to create moment equation. So, yung M1 natin, opposite direction, positive, same direction, negative. Opposite si 1. So, lagyan natin 1 minus, same to. So, 0.1 x sub 1. Okay? O yung M2 naman. So, yung M2, opposite yung direction. So, therefore, that is 0.1 x sub 2. Okay? So, after that, we can now plug in that in our formula. Ano ba yung formula natin? Ang sabi natin, 1 multiplied by theta A is equivalent to the summation of the integral of small m theta, big M, over EI multiplied by dx. So, therefore, this is 1 theta A is equivalent to 1 over EI multiplied by small m theta, ito yon. So, that is yung M1 muna, 1 minus 0.1 x sub 1, big M. So, that is 36x. Ito. 36x sub 1. dx1 from, remember, all of the segment of the beam must be scanned. So, yung unang scan natin from 0 to 4, yung pangalawang scan natin from 0 to 6. Na-scan na natin yung 10. Okay? So, therefore, this is from 0 to 4. And then, plus 1 over EI ulit, multiplied by integral, small m2, that is 0.1 x sub 2, multiplied by 24 x sub 2, dx2, yung m2 natin, no? Big m2 natin dito. And then, again, yung limit natin is from 0 to 6. Ito. From 0 to 6. Okay? So now, what's the value of theta A? So, calculate ko muna. Calculator nyo na lang yan. .384 over EI. So therefore, this is 384 over EI. So positive sign means that the direction of the 1 unit couple that we incorporated is correct. So ngayon, kung lalagyan mo ng direction yan, ibig sabihin, ganito rin yung direction yan. Kasi force times distance, yung distance is along the direction of the force. So ganito rin yung ikot niyan, yung rotation sa slope sa point A. So 384 over EI. So now, let's try to answer theta B. O dito na lang sa tabi. Para madali. Okay, theta B. So gawa ulit tayong virtual beam. So this is a pin. And then, roller. AC. A prime, C prime, and then B prime. So sabi, we need to find the value of theta B. So alam natin na yung rotation ng slope sa point B is counterclockwise. So yun na lang ilagay natin. Counterclockwise. That is based on double integral and other methods in getting the value for the slope. Ganyan yung direction niya, no? Okay? So now, what's next? So again, 4 meters. Ito 6 meters. Again, you need to find the value for the reaction. Ang movement ng beam natin is counterclockwise. So dapat yung reaction natin mag-form ng clockwise direction to counteract this movement to maintain equilibrium. So paano siya magko-provide ng ganito? So in the form of couple, no? So ito dapat pababa, ito dapat pataas, ito dapat pababa. Okay? So this is RA prime, and then this one is RB prime. And then again, in order to solve that one, ang gagawin mo lang, yung moment, i-divide mo lang sa distance between the supports. So therefore, this is 1 over 10. Okay? So yung RA prime natin, RB prime, is equivalent to 0.1. Okay? So ngayon, 0.1 pala ito, and then 0.1 din pala ito. So again, just like what we did, kung paano mo kinat yung real beam mo, ganun mo din ikakat yung virtual beam. By the way, yung equation natin kanina, wait lang ha, ayusin ko lang ito. Small m2, small m1. Yung equation natin kanina, yung 36x tsaka 24x, hindi naman magbabago yan kasi that is based on the real beam. Hindi naman nagbabago-bago yung loading ng real beam. Ang nagbago-bago is yung position ng 1 unit load mo tsaka yung kung moment ba siya or force. Okay? So ngayon, let's create M1, no? M1 and M2. Opposite direction, positive, same direction, negative. Yung M1 natin, opposite direction. So that's 0.1, x sub 1. Yung small m2 natin is 1, yung opposite direction, minus same direction na to. So 0.1, x sub 2. So i-plug in na natin yan sa ating formula. So 1 multiplied by theta b is equivalent to 1 over EI multiplied by the integral of small m1, that is 0.1, x sub 1. If you'll remember, yung big M1 natin, 36x sub 1, dx1, from 0 to 4. So, plus 1 over EI, multiplied by the integral, small m2, 1 minus 0.1, x sub 2, 24, x sub 2, dx2, from 0 to 6. Okay? So, what's the value for theta b? So 0.1x, 36x, 0 to 4, plus integral of 0 to 6. So this is 336 positive, no? Over EI. So therefore, this is your answer. Ngayon, anong direction neto? So, in direction neto, class, is kung ano yung pinlagin mo dito, which is counterclockwise. Okay? So, that is our answer. Letter B. O, answer naman natin yung letter C. O, sa letter C, class, ang sabi, we need to get the value of theta C. So, ito, theta C. O, gawa ulit tayong virtual beam. Again, yung virtual beam natin, pin pa rin ito, to roller. This is A prime, C prime, and then B prime. This is 4 meters, this is 6 meters. So, i-assume natin na yung rotation sa C prime is counterclockwise. So, this is 1. So, since counterclockwise yan, again, kailangan natin ng clockwise movement. So, ito pataas, ito pababa. This is RA prime, this is RB prime. And just like what we did on our previous calculation, yung 1 dito, i-divide mo lang dun sa span, no? Or yung distance between the support para mas accurate. No? So, in our case, the distance between the support is 10. So, 1 over 10, this is 0.1. This is also 0.1. Again, cut mo kung paano mo kinat yung real beam mo. So, this one is x sub 1. This one is x sub 2. Direction of the moment, this is small m1 counterclockwise. Ito, clockwise, small m2. So, let's create moment equation. So, small m1 is equivalent to 0.1 x sub 1 na positive kasi opposite yung direction. And then, yung small m2 natin, class, is same direction. So, negative 0.1 x sub 2. Okay? Ayan o, same direction sila. Ito, you don't need to incorporate this kasi hindi naman nasama sa cutting plane natin. Okay? So, now, let's plug in that in our formula. So, 1 multiplied by theta c is equivalent to the 1 over EI multiplied by the integral of, this is small m1, so 0.1 x sub 1, 36 x sub 1 dx1 from 0 to 4, and then plus 1 over EI multiplied by the integral of negative 0.1 x sub 2 multiplied by 24 x sub 2 dx2 from 0 to 6. Okay? So, i-plug in natin yan sa calculator natin. So, anong value kaya ni theta c? So, this is 0.1 x sub 1, 36 x 04 plus 0.6. So, ang lumalabas na value sa akin ni theta c is negative 96 over EI. So, anong ibig sabihin ng negative sign, class? Ibig sabihin, the rotation of point C is not in counterclockwise motion. Is not in counterclockwise motion. Ibig sabihin, ang value or ang sagot talaga is 96 over EI in clockwise rotation. Kaya siya naging negative kasi mali yung direction mo na in-assume mo nung nag-incorporate ka ng 1 unit moment. Okay? So, that is the answer for letter C. So, for letter D, pinapahanap yung deflection sa point C, just like what we did on the slope. Ang kinaibahan lang, instead of putting 1 unit moment, you need to put 1 unit concentrated load. Okay? So, this is a pin. And then, this is a roller. Okay, lagay ka dito. 1 unit loading. Again, this is C prime, A prime, B prime. 4 meters, and then 6 meters. And then again, you need to compute for the value for the reaction. So, madali naman yan, no? Basic na lang kumuha ng reaction neto. Concentrated load na 1. So, therefore, this is 1 over 6. 6 over 10. So, this is 0.6. Sa kabila, 0.4. This is RB prime, no? Okay? So, cut mo. Create moment equation. So, this is x sub 1. This is small m1. Cut. X sub 2, small m2. Okay? So, small m1 is equivalent to opposite direction positive, same direction negative. So, opposite 0.6 x sub 1. So, sa m2, opposite din. So, 0.4 x sub 2. Tapos, integral mo. No? I-plug in mo sa formula. So, that is 1 multiplied by delta c or yc na lang lagay ko, no? is equivalent to 1 over EI multiplied by the integral of small m1, 0.6, x sub 1, 36, x sub 1, dx1 from 0 to 4. And then plus 1 over EI multiplied by the integral of, this one is 0.4, x sub 2 multiplied by 24 x sub 2 dx2 from 0 to 6. Calculate lang natin. So therefore this is 6x 36x 04 plus integral 24x 06. So, ang nakuha ko is 1152 over EI. The positive sign means that the deflection is downward. So, tama yung assumption natin na downward yung 1 unit load kasi positive yung lumabas or downward din yung deflection. Okay? So, that's how we answer problem number